Hey guys, it's Tox1c Maxwell here, and welcome to episode number 6 of the Schalke Showdown. Now this time, we're going to do something a little bit special. As you can see here, it's going to be me and Toxic against each other, comparing both our teams to see, who's got the best team. He may have finished second in his league, I may have finished third in mine. But when we come head to head, how's it going to go down? So we're going to have a match up here to see who's the best. We're going to have a Skype call as well. And yeah, we'll just see who has generally put the better team together, whose tactic works best against the opponent. And yeah, let the best man win. Of course, you can check out the match from Jordan's perspective as well, see how he changes things tactically, etc, etc. during the match. And there'll be links to his video and his channel, of course, in the comments section below. But we're about to dive into it. Enjoy. So guys, you can see we're at the tactic screen. Pretty simple how we're going to work it. We're just going to use the Schalke tactic. We're just going to put it in, and there you go. My team is picked, my team is sorted, and the only change that will be different from anything will be the inclusion of Huntelaar up front, and we'll be putting Franco De Santo on the substitutes bench instead of, I think we'll be risking Choupo-Moting. I think he'll be dropped for Franco De Santo. Apart from that, I think Hoger can come out for Jonas Geese, but that seems to be my strongest lineup at the moment. So it's going to be Ralph Farman in goals, it's going to be klass-jan, Benedikt Helides, Nastasic at centre back, it's going to be Junior Karakia and Kasalnik on the wings at wing back, it's going to be Neustadter as your anchor man, Goretzka in the deep line playmaker, Max Meyer as the advanced playmaker, Draxler as Trek, and as Jordan clicks continue, my striker is of course klass-jan Huntelaar. So here we go then, this is the big match between the two Schalkes.
Finally here. It's the most nervous I've been playing an FN game for a while.
There's a lot at stake here, bragging right.
This is like England versus Scotland here, this is.
Except Scotland's got a chance this time.
Yeah, that'll allow. So what is your monstrosity of a tactic then, please?
To confuse the opponent. And play free-flowing counter-attacking football.
I mean,
or attacking football, who knows? I
do like the idea though that you've got the two wing backs that are going to push up the pitch because they're good attacking players. Now obviously Meyer and Maxman and Meyer and Drax are very good in behind. But still, I don't know. I think width is something that you I might be able to benefit on because I'm using a 4-2-3-1 that I just adore. Hence, it's my Brentford tactic, as you can see by beware the V's in the fucking top right. But yeah.
I got to this stage, I was just using a 4-2-3-1 like in every save, and I'm like, I just want to try something different. That was my whole aim. I was going to do a Schalke save with something different, something unique, something that made people think, what the hell is this guy thinking? Is he crazy?
I love the name, Schalke Waka. This is so, it's a bit weird. But no, I agree. It's something different, which is nice to see. If it hopefully it doesn't work though.
And I forgot about Sisto, so that's probably why I don't have a good right winger.
All right. Yeah, that was the one player I could actually afford because he got so little budget at the start. But no, that's not bad. But I can actually give you a clue. Next season, I actually am trying something adventurous. I've got a new tactic that, even though I did so well for 4-2-3-1, I thought maybe I can push the boat out a bit further. So.
I'll be honest, after the little spoiler you gave me, what I'll say is I acted on it.
Okay.
And that's still to come. You can find it out down the line.
I'll look forward to watching that. That should be fun.
It made me go, right, we've got serious moves to make here.
I was of one of the players that I signed. I was surprised he was on the loan list. I honestly was so surprised. So yeah, that was pretty cool. So when you're ready, I'm waiting for you.
Keep mine a secret. No problem. I'll hit the start match button.
Oh god, this is terrifying. I need match stats.
I know, I'm going to quickly pause it then, that'll sort both of these out, but it was the same in the FM division, just making sure every camera angle's correct and having to change speeds and stuff like that, but everything seems to put everything to about 3/4.
Sure it'll be alright, yeah.
It'll be professional.
So how did your season get on then, for maybe people who haven't bothered to check out? If so, you're naughty people. So how,
yeah, it was okay. It was a learning curve. I've a decent idea how German football works. It was just a case of putting this tactic together. I knew Bayern in the first season were just going to be dominant. You know, they were going to run away from it, so it was just a learning curve, learning the league, seeing who was a good player elsewhere,
Yeah.
and going for there.
Fair enough. I mean, one thing that really shocked me is how well that some of the players that are already at the club work well together. Like, I found like Goretzka and Neustadter. I think that's 1-0 me, but I'm not quite sure. I think that's me. I was the away team, right? Yeah, woo, klass-jan. He is a machine.
Yeah, the away team wearing the home kit.
Fucking good. Sorry if you don't condone swearing in your videos, Maxi, but he's just been. His stats are incredible. Like, I know he's like 31, but he just scores goals. I think I called him the footballing Terminator in one of my videos. He is that good, you know.
And you don't need to worry about the swearing. I'll open the video up with at least 7 fucks within the first 30 seconds.
All right then. You are Scottish, if it can be excused.
Yep. So. When Huntelaar done his cruciate, that was pretty much how it started.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, you were stuck with DeSanto up front. It was not a bad option, in fairness, but
he actually really shocked me over the course of the season how good he actually was. I actually tried to fit him in the system. He was that good for me.
Oh, Drax is so close. So for me anyway, in my 2-0, by the way, Maxi.
Big Huntelaar has ripped me apart.
Just like his cruise shit on your save.
I was going to say, is this what it's like when he's got 2 working legs?
Yeah, pretty much. I've been lucky, no injuries for me. I've been able to keep a pretty consistent team throughout the season. Like, the team I've got in now is pretty much the majority. I did get a couple of problems though with players like is it Geese or Geis who wanted to play, but Neustadter and Goretzka working so well that I just couldn't fit him in enough to please him. But
it's almost as if there's too much quality there. It's like you want to give him a chance, but the players that they're in at the moment just they're playing well.
Yeah.
They're good players themselves. You don't want to drop them and kind of ruin a good run of football.
Exactly. Something I don't know about you, but I've noticed that's annoying.
Mats Meyer.
He was so good on last year's FM. I've not seen him progress that much on this, actually. Annoyingly. Hopefully he will on this save if we end up going that long. Who knows, next season one of us might. I assume Bayern actually won the league on your save, didn't they?
Oh, by a canter. Yep.
Yeah, as you say, they betted me by 13 points. But on the upside, I betted third, who I think was Stuttgart. I can't actually remember. It was something weird. It wasn't like Dortmund or Wolfsburg, but I betted them by 13 points, which really was happy. But I think it's kind of because I don't know. I don't want to say like a 4-2-3-1's OP, but it kind of feels a bit OP. I don't know.
What was interesting as well between the two saves is basically how Dortmund done in both of them.
Yeah.
You know, yours they were like quite far down, 5th or something. I think it was like maybe even just only missed it in a Champions League spot.
Yep.
And mine they were like 2nd and really, really good. So that's the thing with Germany though. You'll have some teams that will really, really shock you. I think Stuttgart were really shocking mine, Werder Bremen, and in real life, they've had pretty dire seasons. So it kind of is really random if you're not Bayern, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know about transfers for Bayern, but one that I saw that really annoyed me because it's such a good signing is they signed Kevin Volland from Hoffenheim.
Yep. Seen that.
Where did he go? Is he still at Hoffenheim on your save?
As far as I'm aware, I've kind of tried to focus firmly on just me and who I'm going to steal from other clubs within Germany to make the league weaker so we can be more consistent, because I think it's still winnable to win the league without beating Bayern. It's just about being consistent and beating everybody else. Yeah. Which of course is easier said than done.
It is really annoying though, because Bayern don't often lose games, and they are just so dominant in terms of like they just don't lose. They just really just do not lose, and when they do lose, I found that I always ended up like drawing or dropping points somewhere else, and it was just really frustrating. But something that I was impressed with is the way my team could like bounce back. If we lost a game or drew a game, the next game we'd win. Like I don't think we had back-to-back defeats all season, which I was really impressed about. So, but then again, Schalke really surprised me because I thought, oh, we'll finish maybe 4th if we're lucky, and that we've both done pretty well. I'm 2nd and you 3rd, I believe, and also Neustadter's been an absolute arse there. He has dropped me in the shit. However, I'm 3-1 up, so good news, everyone, for
But as you say, you know, we would expect you to think it was just to make the Champions League, so like fourth place would have been fine. But the fact that we finished second and third, you know, is a good start to the save, and it gives us an idea of how good the team can be to start with, and like it maybe only needs a couple of our own touches to take it to that next level, and a bit of luck, and who knows.
And a bit of investment from the board, which I certainly got for the Sexies, which I think you said as well.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to that, though. I'm really looking forward to the second season. Like, this first season, I'll be honest, I've been going through it with a bit of a drain of FM. So I've been like, you know, I've enjoyed it, but not as much as I should have done. And now I'm just, since I've made those signings that I showed you, I'm like, I want to do this. I've not had these players. This could be incredible. So I'm so excited for the next episode, really.
As I said to you when you mentioned the initial idea of the save, I'm like, I need something to get me back into FM, and it certainly has. You know what I mean? Just the amount of games being playing per time for an episode is just a perfect amount. It's not burning you out, but it's maybe, you know, it's just leaving enough of the. It's like whipping your appetite, you know, just to get ready for the next episode. You know, it's just the perfect balance of enough games.
Yeah,
and it's just made me really enjoy it.
I'm gonna tell you now. I'm going defensive at this point. I'm willing to let you press all you like. There we go.
And there's the £13 million man for Newcastle, who was a snip at 2 million for me.
2 million.
2 million in the transfer list. As soon as I've seen that, I'm like, I'm signing him. I've got to sign him.
That's pretty impressive to sign Talvan for 2 million. Jesus, that is one I missed out on. Again, that was my problem. I think in the first transfer, as I just went, let's just sign a wonder kid, and I went for Pione Sisto because that was roughly around my budget, and I was like, okay, I'm done. And I couldn't sign anyone else, so maybe I did miss out on a couple of really good bargains, as you mentioned.
Because what you need to remember is, because this is one of the updated databases, it's always going to be a couple of guys that aren't normally on the transfer list and loan list that may become available. He was a weird one, but as soon as I seen him, I'm like, it's a no-brainer. I know how good he is. Let's go for it and do business.
I kind of don't want to push into the future too much, but actually, speaking of weird players on the loan or transfer list, also, get the fuck in, Maxi. England wins yet again. But it was an even game, actually.
I'm just happy we won the possession battle. That's what I always aim for, possession, and then we'll go for the result after it. That's the philosophy.
Yeah, that's actually, to be fair, I've generally dominated possession throughout the season with the system I'm using, so the fact that you've bettered me on possession is pretty incredible, actually.
Also, it's quite amazing, is at one point it was 14 shots to 3 to you.
Wow.
And then you went defensive, like, well, just attack them, and that's where we kind of had more air shots.
Ah, I see. I personally, I blame Neustadter for being an absolute tit and getting himself sent off. I think we can all agree. Neustadter
do you know what else this game proves? On your side, you have a fit and healthy klass-jan Huntelaar with 2 goals and an 8.8 rating. Yep. Mine is the one with a cruciate ligament injury.
He's been ruined by that injury.
He's been ruined.
Let's hope you're strong. Let's hope Hernandez can do the business for you next season.
And company.
And cool. Oh, I thought you meant company. Then I was like, you signed company. Jesus Christ, Maxi, that is big. I was like, oh right, no, you just mean other players.
Let's just say he's got some friends coming.
Jesus. So just a quick thing. Where do you think you'll finish next season? Because I'd like to ideally say top, but I just don't think I can do it in 2 seasons. I think I'm gonna need another 2 at least.
I think what I'm gonna do is the same as season 1. I'm gonna risk that you don't win it. I'm gonna hope that you finish second. I'm gonna aim for 3rd, but I'm gonna push a run in the Champions League so I can get more money and a higher reputation boost for a bigger budget for the following season, and then make a right go for it.
That's not a bad strategy, really.
That was the plan with the Europa League until I get Villarreal, and I'm like, right, I'll just throw it.
I got knocked out the Europa League. Oh, that sucks to say. I remember fucking Bordeaux. And
then the German Cup, I just kept getting like crappy teams. I was playing rotated lineups and just couldn't lose. I'm like, oh well, got to the final and then Bayern.
I put in a rotated lineup and lost to Kaiserslautern of the 2nd division, which left me with. It was kind of one of those moments where it's like, I should not have lost this game. I'm gonna walk away for a bit before something bad happens. So
we got a couple of kind draws with 3rd Bundesliga sides. So I'm like, oh well, we can rotate all we want. We're still gonna win.
Another fucking terrible result is I was at home to. Oh yeah, actually another thing I need to mention. How was your home record? Because I remember at home I didn't lose a game all season, and that's generally I've noticed that even on my other saves. that at home I'm kind of like Mourinho. At home we dominate and we don't lose, and then except for today, Crystal Palace. Let's quickly giggle about that.
The Falcao effect.
Exactly. Speaking from experiences, Maxi, having to watch Falcao at United. But then away from home, I often found that we were quite sloppy, and that's where we struggled. But at home, we were just so good. And what was a really big sucker punch is it was Kevin Volland who equalised for Bayern in a game where I had 20 shots to their 4, and it was just it was heartbreaking. I got FM'd by Bayern. It's sad.
It's hard to kind of judge home and away form, because I kind of approach it like, if it's a team I expect to beat, then regardless if we're home and away, we'll go for it. If it's a place I don't expect us to do well, we'll shut up shop. We'll hope for a point. If we get a victory, great. We'll tend to maybe be more defensive against Bayern, Dortmund, Wolfsburg. Maybe push one of the teams that have kind of not a massive name but are like fairly successful. But you like see your Ingolstadts, your Darmstads, teams like that kind of mould, Mainz, Hanover. These are the teams you've got to go gung ho against and attack. And just as long as we're getting points against them. A few times we've been FM'd. There was a couple of 92nd minute goals. There's an absolute rasp where I think it was Hanover scored for like 35 yards in the last minute.
Oh, ouch.
One of those things. It's one of the best goals I've seen in FM in the 3D match engine. It was special. It's one of the ones you want to be raging and then just go, fair play. That was a worldie.
Yeah, you get those, don't you? But no, is that everything? Because I'm pretty much covered everything. I mean, other than wanting to reveal who my signings were for next season, which I've got to wait for one more episode.
Well, that's the thing. I'm right up until record date. I've just played my German Cup game.
Yep.
Bedded everybody in. Everybody seems to be fine. We're looking okay.
Hey, I'm there too. As soon as this is done, I could probably go record it actually. So I might
record it. I might just go to sleep. I don't know yet.
Tired Maxi, I'd assume.
I'm very tired, Maxi. 2 hours sleep before the football's never good.
You're also a loser, Maxi. You're a big fat. You're not fat actually, but you're just a loser because you lost and I won. Because I'm the best. klass-jan is the Terminator, and I think this video is over at this point. I don't know. I thought that'd be a cool ending, but it's not because I've carried on.
Don't worry, we will seek our revenge, and the next generation will take over. Next time?
I feel like you used that line in one of your TEW series.
Probably have, yes, many a time.
It sounds like you've used that before. Because I don't want to get off topic. Right, I'm gonna end now because we've just rambled on and on and on because that's what I do. So, thanks Maxi for having me on your channel and joining me on mine.
No problem. Thank you as well, Jordan. Thank you very much.
I shall see you in 6 episode times, I guess. I don't even know how that grammatically makes sense, but
to be continued.
Yeah, pretty much. To be continued.